Bow to Grand Master Inspector.
Okay, bow to third and second degree. Welcome. And then we'll just do our warm-up. And switch. I figured today we might try from the top, just to start off with. And sneak up on those last 3 or 4 sections. See how that goes. At a walkthrough pace. And inside. Switch. Alright, forward. Thanks, Miss Kelly. Switch. yin yang balancing, chi mobilizing method. Circle. Breathe out. Let's see what happens from the top.
Sir?
Do you all have enough room for the whole form, Mr. Healy?
I think so. I'll adjust.
Okay, good. No, after this one, you definitely have enough room. You can fight with the bag if you want. You know Kung Fu. Okay. You? I wanted that same thing. Here we are. Oh yeah, wrap cracker. No, not wrap crackers. Is it wrap crackers?
I think so.
Thanks, Ms. Elmore. Yes, let's grab crackers. Yeah, right over here. Kick. Swing it in. Kick. Flip. Step, step. Rump. Circle. Punch. And bring it back. And first pose. Big sweep. Around. And step. And circle. Punch. Pull. Pull. Hit. Pull, pull. Hit. Reach. Punch. Five. Step. Rump. Circle drop. Punch. Pose. Twist. Skip. No major errors. Couple pauses. That's a good sign for us as a group. From the top again, or do you want to look at a specific part?
That was fine.
Top, want to go for top? But a specific part trumps up.
I just have at the very end, when we do the little that, which way are we facing?
Well, theoretically, you're facing towards the front of the room.
All right.
You know, I mean, in actual truth, it probably is an angle, but it's meant to be oriented just like in 38 form.
Okay.
So when we did 38 form, we went here, and we went here. So, I guess you might say, yeah, here you're technically facing the back,
Right.
but I'm not really facing the back. But
Which
this one's a big turnaround, right?
Right.
And then over here, we made it up to this guy. Then we're turning, and we're doing that same rump, but instead of a big turnaround. So
Okay.
here you can say, well, I'm facing that way, but I'm orienting this foot here to be able to do a Buddha stance straight
So
forward.
basically, if I was high spirit, I'd be striking back towards the office.
Yes, because it is kind of like that grab and hit the groin
Right.
kind of maneuver.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because for some reason I thought that was supposed to be here.
No, the first one is. The very first one at the beginning of the form does it like
Right,
that.
right.
And then I did it, and then I thought I was at the end of the form already. That's why I said, like, oh, and I'm like, oh, wait, we're fine. There's a Buddha stand there. So, cool.
I'm still a little bit confused after what to do with the hands to get here.
Okay, so let's look at that real quick, and then we can do it from the top, because we have time to do both. So, she's talking about that double whip part, okay? So, she pick up on that one, sometimes escapes me. Okay, I got it. So we have the cross behind cloud hands this way, you can watch it first. Cross behind cloud hands. Then when I get to this one, I reverse the hands. My right hand and my right leg come up together in line to touch wrists. And then it goes out to the right, and then out to the left, and then centers in the middle. When you speed it up, it won't look like you went to the right first, and then to the left second. those turns will cancel each other out as you speed it up. That's the whip, right? You know, bow whip, like, it's not just forward, you have to bring it back to create the whip. So that whip happens because I turn back before I finish whipping out. I'll do it again, more on camera here. We have a cross behind once, cross behind twice, step, circle, up, right, left, center. Or, as you speed it up, it'll look just like it'll look like they're both waving out at the same time. That's not the internal energy of it. The internal energy of it is this way, right?
And can we add one more move?
And they'll move right after it.
Right.
It's been a while since we've covered these. Is feels, since you've learned other Chen forms, and most of you learned Yang form, it will feel like pat high horse. Or it will feel like in the 38 form when you do the whirling wind arms, right? Because they're both doing a pie. The right one does a pie. They're called pie in the face. I'm here, and this one goes like that to here. Yep, like that. And you come in. Then you're coming and pulling back, it seems, and turning. Then this is another whip. It seems like if I broke it down, it would be turn, and then step and push. I don't get to do that. I do turn, hit. So now I turn, hit. So it has that same energy of turn, settle it. It's turn, turn, and hit. Does that kind of make sense?
Yes, sir.
Video capture that? Yeah, video capture it. I mean, it's the back view. So I'll show you from this view. If I come up, and I come here and here, same move facing different direction. Here, then turn, and then turn. But that tightens up, creates a whip effect, creates a fudging effect, and instead, I get here, turn, Later, at some point, we'll like hit the bags with it, and you'll be like, okay, this has power, but that has a more power, because somehow it's not just a linear step forward push. If we had in the future, when we can get close again, we do it on a person or a bag or a person holding a shield, you'll see that this guy has a different kind of power because it went out. This guy has a different kind of power, and they converge as you bring it all in. Okay, try it for a second, then we'll run the whole set again. I'm out of water, so I will be standing and watching it a little bit. Thank you for the questions. Class is more enjoyable for the teacher when the students are allowed to appropriately direct the curriculum. I.e., ask questions about what we worked on. So let's repeat that one part again. So where you're losing it is to just remember it's lazy about tying your rope, but you do it while turning. So I've done my last cloud here. I'm doing lazy about tying my rope, except I turn when that right hand comes up from the bottom. Now I'm going to turn lazy about tying your rope here. And instead of just going here and putting my hand on the hip, I go here, out, 7. So that turn from the cloud hand section, it's just oblique like you would be doing it here. But you turn and you don't bring the foot in, you just bring the foot up. And then go to the right, go to the left, settle in the middle. That's a very mechanical version of it, but yes. Yes, that's right, Mr. Weiner. That looks good too. Yes. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Okay. And then where were the parts that we, as a group, were like, oh, wait, what's next? It was dragging on the ground, which happens after we've done the punch. And what happens before that punch? Crab crackers?
It's rat crackers.
It's crab crackers, then
Okay.
dragging on the ground. Right?
Did a
Yes.
wrap then.
Rat crackers, kick,
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. And then like Mr. Reiner just pointed out, you turn and punch, and do the thing, and do the thing, and do the thing, and punch. And then that's where we go here,
Right.
and we're into that section. I think the rest of it, we have to just watch out for not doing the pose too early, right? So that was the only other one. All right. At this stage, I would normally ask one of you to lead it, but I'm going to lead it. Let's do it one more time.
Sure.
And we can spend some time on pain. Here's our part. Cracker. Two. Three. Reverse. Punch, punch. Jump. Flip. Circle. Jump. Don't jump. Punch. Stretch. See. One. Side kick, circle in, side kick, step, step, rump, circle, punch. There's the pose time. Sweep hard, spinning smoothly, and step. Circle, punch. Hold, rump. Pull, run, stretch, punch, flash, step, step, run, circle, punch, pose, circle, step, punch, punch, jump, punch, jump, split, elbow, elbow, elbow. Elbow. Circle. Split. Twist. Hit. Bands? Bands. Yeah. And I have a specific correction from what I remember last time. And it would be one of those that probably needs to be corrected only because you were following at home when you learned this routine. Okay, so the part I'm referring to, that that I think something's missed when, well, I never thought, sometimes the things that are challenging in earlier parts of my life make it easier for things now. I had to close a whole business and shut it down, so I'm not afraid of that, and so I can see things more clearly to prevent it. Right? But when I was a kid, and I was learning Kung Fu, I was handed a VHS, remember those? Of the Chu Chi Ling tiger and crane form. Who's heard this story already? I haven't told the story here? And my teacher said, here, learn this. And so, as a 15-year-old, blue sash, I muddled my way through almost to the tiger segment of the 108. When I got to that tiger section, and Chu Chi Ling is teaching moves where you could follow from behind, but he's moving diagonally away from the camera. Of course, I can handle that now. I could handle it 15 years ago, 20 years ago. But 2 years in, not so much. So what I'm relating to you now is I can see you learning a new form off of the video from me in a limited space. I was in those same circumstances learning from a VHS back in the 80s. And it's very challenging once it's not symmetrical and it's diagonal and it's away from the camera. I can only give you one more example if you want to hear it that's harder. Want to hear it?
Sure.
So, training with Grand Master, at the time, Master Williams, Moses Williams, I would attend the black belt testing that we'd be doing for other students. And then, when I wanted to start teaching it again, I wanted some reference. So, I knew he recorded a black belt test, which means it's everything. I'm like, perfect. It's the staff forms, the two-person staff forms, the advanced two-person staff forms. Guess what? His lease space was very narrow. So the camera, they didn't have things like fisheye back then, was pointing into the mirror for the whole test. So I'm like, two-person advanced one. How did that go? Oh, okay, he just moved what looks like to his left leg, but that's a mirror. He moved to his right leg. And that's why after 32 years of doing this, I don't want to take classes from people because it's going to be too slow. I'm like, give me the video, I'll learn it, and let me come get corrections from you. Because I can pick it up pretty quick watching a video. I won't look great for a while, but then also I can go I can go say, oh, can I do a private lesson now? And I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm doing all these wrong. I get corrections, and I'm like, oh, okay. It's not as big a deal. It's not like he's teaching a new student something. So that's also where I kind of get that expectation of you guys who've been training for more than 5 years is, hey, learn it on your own. Come to class for corrections. Okay, yeah, I'll still teach you when you come to class. I'll still do my best. See if you can develop the ability to just watch the video, learn it the best you can, and then you come to class, you're like, oh, I'm stepping the wrong way, you know. And then the class becomes corrections for you instead of see it for the first time. That's my hope for my advanced black sessions, that you would gain that skill and not always be dependent on me to say that's right or wrong. Okay, so the part I was referring to was that when we turn around, so I think it's here, let me see if I can get it. It's here, that's before, that means we kick. Is that before or after the big turnaround? Remember we turn around when we...
That's after.
That's after. So what leads up to that? I think it's
We-
cloud hands. Yeah. So I think we come here
Right.
and here,
Yep.
here, and bring it back. Here, yeah, right here. So here. So don't do it yet. Just watch. Let's call this the front, since this is also being recorded and you can look at it later. The gong's the front. So I do this thing like this. Then I need to turn around. So right now, I'm diagonal with my steps. I'm striking to the back quadrant of my space, the bathrooms you could call it, here in this space. I strike to the bathrooms, and then watch. I turn around, I step, and now I'm doing diagonal hit towards the skeleton and the tall trophy. So check that part on you, I'll do it with you. And I'll tell you, hey, no, make sure you're, so again, the correction was, we've just done this, right? We've taken our steps, so this is diagonal stepping towards the front corner, but as we open the hands and shift to the right, we're punching to the back corner, okay? So, our feet are on a diagonal. Hang out there for a second. Mr. Weiner, cheat this foot back to here a little bit. Yeah, so now that puts you right on the, these are in a line on a diagonal grid, just right there. So that's where that one goes. And then when you reach back and turn around, you're now gonna step and hit to that corner there. Okay, and then you have all the space, to just bring the foot in and go straight back, which is the front. But we use front and back in two different ways here, and I'm saying some of this for the recording, because you guys know this. I can refer to my front or I can refer to the front of the space I'm training. I can refer to a diagonal from my perspective, or diagonal in the grid of our space. Okay? And if you're tripping over furniture trying to copy this, that section there is like, I'm looking at the camera, and I'm pretending I'm looking at the screen there, and I grab it, and I kick it, and I flip it, and I step through. But now it's like, okay, I'm looking over my right shoulder or my left shoulder to see how I, like, what? How do I, he's over there now, how did that happen? And multiple cameras, and also, or me just turning around so you can see it. Try that section once or twice, go from the kick, and then we'll try it from the top, unless there's questions. So you're here, and do that kick part to the corner, and then just once or twice through that so that you can make sure you got it and I can see it. And make sure you got some good diagonals. Yep, that's right, Mr. Weiner. Yep. Yep. Yep, one more time on your own, and then we'll go back to the beginning of the form. You can do diagonal, yeah. So that's why I saw that this was a problem for everyone. So I'm like, I'll show. Everyone was slightly off with this, so. Yeah. Okay. From the top, or do you have a specific part you want to ask about? Because I know we're introing our way forward with you, and then we probably need review. Yeah, let's do a little bit of review before we do the form. So let's do after the single whip. Okay, so we'll pick up from single whip. And remember, we twist and lift. And we do the same thing, twist and lift. And then it looks like we sweep almost. It's not really a sweep, but the foot goes way more forward. The left hand is now, look over my left hand. You know what I just realized? That's another move where you're trying to learn it by your backs to me. So let me do it once where you're just watching, and I might even reverse it, and we can do it together as well. So I have the cloud, I have this guy here, here, that's not hard to follow, here, here, not hard to follow, and then, oh, that's the, so let's do that again, but I'll face you. You don't have to try to watch me, but I'm doing this also for the camera, for your reference later. So we're here, you twist left, and you come up. Twist left, come up. Sweep through, circle, shoulder, turn in front of you, touch your wrist, clockwise circle, dip, bring it up and pop it. Stretch, down, up. That's hard to see. But hopefully, if you like to reference this later, that was me doing it, talking about it and facing the camera for it. Let's do it. Sorry. Same part. Normal orientation. Here we are. Twist. Up. Twist. Up. Twist through. Circle. Hop. Open, or keep it open. Close. Clockwise. And stretch. Bring it by your right ear. Over. Bring it up. By the right ear. And then down. Cross. Pass. Open the hand. Step. Shift. Big motion. Remember, the right hand goes to the shoulder here to open here. And then push off this heel. Circle, catch underneath. Pass it off again. Right foot comes in, steps back. 45 degrees. Lift the foot, step. Point the fan up to open it up and just sink down and cross. and step through. Remember, Mr. Haley, left hand goes out right away because it's cloud hands. Cloud hands. Cloud hands. Cloud hands. Step behind cloud hands. Cloud hands. Step behind cloud hands. Step and draw the fan in. Don't jump too much, just skip around, close the fan. Let's take it to the end. That's the question. Probably get questions for. There we are, shooting the leg forward, striking towards the bathroom, reaching back, turning, right, left, striking towards the skeleton. Right foot comes in, use the hand if you need to, elbow, clockwise, pause, pop, stomp, flip, drop, fist, open the hand, up, spiral, flip it closed, right, left, close, circle up, kick slowly, step, twist, close, slow motion kick, slow motion jump backwards. And then this one's when you come here, it's a twisting in. You may not have picked up on that, but there's a, you come back here, circle, and then it's twisting in like you're accumulating the fajin and pushing down. And then, I call that Chen flower. Chen flower. More? More? Okay, here we go. And kick. Shoot through. Turn and close and whip. And then whip and step. Double punch. Balance. Drop. Pop. Sink. Pop. Open. Up. Down. Up. Down. Second nature yet? Starting to become it a little bit. All right. Comments, questions, suggestions? We have time.
The section where we're switching from right to left to right.
Mhm.
So from basically, from,
The double front jump kick? Oh.
yeah,
I mean, during the double front jump kick or before it?
well, right before it. So we do this, and then you turn around.
That part?
That part, and then do the jump. Don't
Okay.
front jump. And it's getting my feet and hands mixed up, so.
Yeah, I just need to get a pickup. I'm not good at
We can do it from
yet.
here.
Oh yeah, from the dragon on the ground. So, we're on the dragon on the ground. We're shifting forward with the fist. Then the fist opens and it blocks in and brushes by the knee as you come up because that's a golden rooster. And you spiral. Then you stomp with the fan flat. You whip it, or you whip it closed and immediately pass it off to your other hand. Your other hand only has to grab it loosely, and you jump right, left, good Chen style. Let it open, and it can bounce.
But you're not doing a cat, you're doing a,
Nope, I'm in a,
alright,
I'm almost certain I'm not doing a cat.
alright, so you're doing double drag, or you're,
Yeah, not a cat yet, because the next move is the cat. Yeah, so definitely not a cat.
okay.
I didn't really think about it, so let me do it without thinking about it. No, definitely not a cat. It's a nice staggered horse. Then you come back to a cat, and then come up to a, then do the slow kick, step, twist, close. Swing this up, catch it here, pick up the leg in the air, kick in the air. As As this right foot jumps back, you pass it back immediately. You're still jumping back. You're in a cat stance, then you have a little twisty Chen style, lifting up, pushing down, and then up, down.
Okay,
And that was all right there on camera too. So
that's my last section.
yeah, Mr. Hogan's been helping out a lot. If you didn't know, if you have been referencing the videos and not the big 5 hours of live streaming, all the big 5 hours of live streaming up, but you'd have to like fast forward and click around. But Mr. Hogan pretty much the very next day, he's gotten really good and pretty quick at it, and he has this up. So you can look at the actual date it was recorded and the name of it. You're like, oh, that's the one. And then it's added to the playlist off the playlist page.
That's helpful.
In the long run, we'll get in there and name everything and describe everything. All right. Okay. One more time from the top. Or you want to go home already?
Top.
The top. Okay. Full speed and power.
Half speed.
Half speed and power. I've never said that before. All right. Walk through pace. No, but half speed and power then. Ready? Find your spot. Find your spot at home. Here we go. Again. Left hand is out. Remember that correction, guys, when we get home. Think about it because you have a habit of the way you were doing it. Crane. Step. Swing and jump back. watch out. I did the same thing, Mr. Haley. It's a different Buddha stamp. So when you get to the, you know what I'm talking about? When you get to the end,
Right.
I started to do this too. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, don't do that. just come up like the reverse of let me do it for the camera.
That was an end of class brain freeze.
Here, let it go away like that. Let it go away like that. Center, down, and in. Okay. Good job. Let's go ahead and move on.
Sorry.